What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we have another pomade review, and we're going to be looking at an unorthodox water base. So these water-based pomades have been popping up everywhere. So many companies are coming out with them, and they're all a little bit different. Whereas like Anchor's style is different than O'Dowd's. O'Dowd's style is different than Rustin. Rustin's style is different than Sheer Revival. They all are a little bit different, and you know, they all perform different. They all smell different, they all act different, they all apply different, they all hold different. Everything is different about every single one of them. And that's what I really, really like about these unorthodox water bases. And I don't like my hair being super crusty. So, today we're looking at another one, which is newer to the line. Not extreme, well, I guess it's pretty new, yeah. But yeah, this is actually something that I'm super, super excited to review. So, I just got it in the mail today from Hedgeline, like just now. I just got it out of the mail, and today we're looking at Grim Grease water base. So I've known about Grim Grease for a very long time. I have their medium, I have their heavy, I have their light hold, I have their light hold in a jar. I really like Grim Grease. It's a very, very nice pomade, but yeah, today we're looking at the water base that just recently came out, so really excited about that, and let's take a look at the jar and get started. Alright, so here's the jar. I had to turn off my bathroom light because there was a huge glare through the center of this. It's just like the type of like sticker design that they used, and with it being glass, it was just like a huge glare. So here it is, Grim Grease water-based pomade, handmade, heavy hold, and then their little catchphrase, now get greasy. Can't really see that too much, but it is a beautiful font, beautiful cursive font. Most people do like the really just standard font. This is different than anything else I've seen, so automatically stands out to me. I love it. It's beautifully designed, everything is placed perfectly, it's not too crowded, it's really nice. So you have your directions and your removal back here. If you do want to use buildup, they have like directions on how to do that, and then the removal of actually how to do, like fully remove it. They have their Instagram down here, and then they have a little description of the water base itself. So, beautiful glass jar. Clear glass, the stickering or whatever, yeah, I guess sticker, I don't know, it's not really like a sticker, but it's really, really nice. It's clear as well, and it adds kind of like a dullness. Not really a dullness, but like it doesn't feel like glass. Like this has a different texture than this part. So it's really, really nice. It's really soft. Opening it up with a black twist off top, and you have the pomade inside, which looks extremely pasty. And that really excites me because with it looking pasty like that, hopefully it does hold up to be in a heavy hold. A lot of water-based, like unorthodox water bases, are more of a medium hold instead of a heavy. So if this can really perform like a heavy, it's going to be awesome. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with it. Okay, so going for the scent on this, it has a really clean, like soapy, kind of like soapy cologne kind of smell. It's very, very clean. But if you really, really like try and pay attention to it, there's a slight musty kind of scent. It's very, very faint. Because I smelled it earlier and I let my roommate smell it, and he was like, dude, it smells just like soap. And he was like, wait a minute. And he like smelled it for a second. He was like, there's something else to it. But it's very, very light, like extremely, like you can't really tell there's something else to it. And how I said it was very pasty, like just barely touching it, you get it on your finger. So it's like a really pasty and creamy kind of smell. I just noticed that because I smelled it, and I guess my nose touched it because there was a little bit on my nose. So yeah, but scooping it out, I'm sure this is going to scoop out probably really easy. Let's see if you can see that. Extremely easy. It's like, it scoops out like a cream. Like it's like, what is that like? Maybe like ice cream. Or like what is that stuff? like Cool Whip or like oh, what is that? Whipped cream. Yes, that's what it feels like. If you get like a bowl and you put whipped cream in it and you run your finger through it, that is exactly how this feels. So it's super, super like wet and very, very greasy. So kind of lives up to the Grim Grease name. And the more you agitate it, the thicker it gets. So it's like when you first rub it together, it rubs together like almost, honestly, almost like O'Dowd's water base. How it's like you still have like little clumps here and there, and then after you've like kind of, I guess, wow, it really is almost like how O'Dowd's was. That's weird. And now it's like it feels really pasty. That's strange. I don't know if it's supposed to go for something like that or if it's supposed to be wet, but that's really cool. Which if you haven't used like the O'Dowd's water base and you know what I'm talking about, it's really hard to explain if you haven't used it. It like almost doesn't break down, and then it kind of catches and does break down. But yeah, that's wow. But once you do agitate it and you kind of get to the point to where I was talking about how it gets pasty, there is a lot of resistance to it. But before that, there's no resistance at all. It's like your hands just kind of like slide. Like my hands just feel really wet right now. And then once you work into it, it gets really, really dry. So I'm gonna have to look and see if that's what it's supposed to do, or if it's just like I'm just messing with it too much or something. I don't know. I'm gonna apply it like that and see how that works. Oh well, alright. Well, regardless, it kind of dries up anyway, so nice. Okay. See, that's different. Like I said, all of these water bases are completely different. There's not one unorthodox water base I have came across that is the same as the other. So this is probably the last scoop I'm going to use. No, I'm going to use one more small scoop on my sides here. The scent isn't really there though. I'm not getting too much of the scent. Which kind of sucks because it smells really, really good, but it's very, very light. It's very, very faint. So if you have like a cologne or something you use, which I do most of the time, then it'll definitely work out for you. So comb and get through comes through really, really easily. And actually really, really nice because my hair sort of feels like it has volume to it. Like it doesn't flatten to my head. It puffs up just a little bit, which is really, really nice. Okay, so from this part here, yeah, moving your hair around, no problem at all. And it looks like it has more of like a, well, I guess not a matte shine. I'm going to say it has more of a matte shine to it, but now that I look, it does have a little bit of a shine to it. I haven't had a haircut in a while, and honestly, it's still working out really, really nicely for me. So what I've been trying to do here recently is move my part back to where it's supposed to be, because this part used to be extremely high on my head, and it's kind of why I started parting it from the other side for a while there, and I just recently kind of went back to my normal side. But yeah, so a lot of these side hairs are trying to pop out on me, and not having that. So throwing my hair around all over the place is actually not affecting this product at all. It's still performing perfectly fine, which is really, really nice, because I'm kind of giving my hair a rough time right now, just trying to get that part back to normal, and it is not causing a problem whatsoever. And like I said, it's super, super easy to comb through, which makes life so much easier. Alright, so I think I'm about to call this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call this done. So, let's go ahead and take a look at everything, because I'm going to end up combing my hair forever. So, this product is awesome because you can continue to comb your hair and style it in different ways, and it will actually hold up to that, which is really nice. A lot of the unorthodox water bases, like I mentioned, are more of like a lighter medium, or like a medium itself. Not too much of like a heavy hold, from at least from what I've experienced. Maybe that's just my hair type, I'm not sure. But this, I didn't do any cut throughs there, so you could kind of see how I messed with my hair, and it did perfectly fine. This pomade did not lighten up any, just from combing it so much, which happens a lot when I'm styling, because I'll part my hair and I'll style it, and I won't be happy with it, so I'll change my part, or I'll just continue to recomb it and try and perfect it. But this one, it did not affect whatsoever, and it feels like actually that it's going to settle. And what I mean by settle is, like, if you've ever used white pomade, or what's another one that's like that? I guess O'Dowd's water base is kind of like that too, where it just kind of settles. It doesn't dry up, but it settles to where it feels kind of like an oil base in your hair. That's basically what this feels like it's going to do, or what it's doing right now, which is really, really nice. My hair has a really nice shape to it. Not a lot of height, but I think that's more of me not wanting something really high. I haven't been going for anything super high recently. My sides are held down really nice. There's a pretty decent shine to it, so that's really nice too. But the scent, like I said, scent's very, very light. You can kind of smell it, but it's not like overpowering or too strong. So if you use like a cologne or something, it'll be perfectly fine. This will kind of blend in as like a soap smell instead of like overpowering your cologne. So yeah, overall right now, I'm super impressed. It's actually got a really nice shine now. Look at it, man. Alright, well, so yeah, this is Grim Grease water based. I'll come back at the end of the day, kind of go over how it went, and we'll just go from there. So yeah, right now, definitely a 10 out of 10. So take a look at it when I get back. See y'all later. What's up, guys? So day is done. Let's go over this. So my hair is still pretty much in place. It's very, very easy to restyle. like extremely easy. And that's really nice, especially with this being considered a heavy hold. Now, do I think it stands up to be an actual heavy hold? To be 100% honest, no, I don't. It hits like a medium heavy, but it's not like a solid heavy, and that could be because I didn't apply it correctly. Because like I said, it was like really weird to like agitating it in your hands. It's really weird, kind of like O'Dowd's water base. So I'm gonna give this a few more tries before I actually consider this to be more of like a medium heavy instead of like an actual heavy, because my hair, it held all day and it held in place, but it did sag a lot and kind of got loose up and through here. But restyling it, like I said, is super easy and it restyles perfect. Like, you don't lose any hold out of it. So I'm going to try this out a few more times, and I'll kind of keep you all updated on Instagram. I'll comment on the video on YouTube just to kind of like keep everyone updated on how it actually performs. The shine went down just a little bit, but the shine, it's still a little above natural, so that's really nice. Like, you know, it stays versatile all day. This is a, you know, an unorthodox water base. It does not dry up. It does settle though, but don't get settle confused with like drying up, like getting crusty, because it doesn't do that. It's very easy to comb through. But I mean, other than that, the scent, like I said this morning, the scent's very light. I don't smell it anymore. The scent's pretty much gone. But I mean, I don't have any complaints out of this. The only thing is maybe like as far as like applying it, I may have applied it not the correct way, or not the way that it's supposed to be applied, and that may have been why it didn't perform to a heavy hold standard like how it says. So I'll give it a few more days to work with it, and I'll let you all know as I work with it and go on how it, you know, kind of how it handles. So again, this has been a review for Grim Grease water base. Super awesome. I mean, you know, as far as like applying it and stuff, I'm gonna keep working with it, but other than that, I have no complaints over it. It's perfect. So these unorthodox water bases popping up everywhere, it's super cool, and I hope it continues and we see more and more, and they will improve more and more. They're all going to be different. Like I said, this is nothing like Sheer Revival. This is nothing like Rustin. This is nothing like Anchors. This is nothing like O'Dowd's. They're not the same. They're all a little bit different. So props to Grim Grease for coming out with this, because it's not easy to come out with like an unorthodox water base. There's a lot of companies out there you have to compete with. You're basically changing your entire formula. You're going from like a oil-based, wax-based pomade to something that comes out with water. It's a very long process. But I give them props because this is a great product. So yeah, I'll see you all this weekend with another review. And until then, take care of yourself and have a good day.